Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with the revision of the chapter number 1, and that is nutrition in plants. Okay. Now I want to tell you that our syllabus is finished and we will do the revision. In every video we are going to revise the concepts. Okay. So it will become easy for you. Fine. And as you know that your exams are going to come, so we need to revise the syllabus. So I will start revision of the syllabus for PA1 from today onwards. Fine. So that's why I have picked the first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. Earlier we have completed this chapter. Now we are going to minutely observe or study about all the facts or all the concepts of this chapter. So first we are going to start with the topic nutrition. Nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition is the process in which a living organism take in food and utilize it to carry out different life processes, okay, in one's body. Okay, the taking in food by an organism, the organism takes in food and utilize it to carry out different life processes. So two words are there. They are to take in food, and second thing that we are talking about is utilization of this food, utilization of food to carry out life processes that takes place in the body of an organism. And what kind of life processes we are talking about? Just like the circulation of the blood, okay, excretion, respiration, okay, the body is growing, fine. So these are all the life processes. So they also require some energy, and from where they are going to get? From the process of nutrition. So now living organisms, how many types of mode they show of nutrition? Living organisms can show two types of modes. And what are the two types of modes on which we categorize the nutrition? It is of two types: autotrophic nutrition and the another one is heterotrophic nutrition. What do we call another? Heterotrophic nutrition. There are two types of nutrition on the requirement of the food by different type of organisms. So they can show two types of nutrition. Number one is autotrophic nutrition. Another one is heterotrophic nutrition. So spell after me: auto, A-U-T-O, auto, trophic, T-R-O-P-H-I-C, trophic, autotrophic nutrition. Second category is heterotrophic, H-E-T-E-R-O-T-R-O-P-H-I-C, heterotrophic. Okay, so the word trophic is common for both, and the first one, auto or hetero. Fine. So in this way we can divide it into two types. So first let us discuss them one by one again. What do you mean by autotrophic nutrition? And the another one is heterotrophic nutrition. Now, autotrophic word is derived from a Greek word, okay, in which auto means self. Auto, A-U-T-O. Auto means self, on its own. Fine. And the another word is trophic. It is derived from the word trophos. Trophos means to synthesize food. Fine. It means nutrition, okay, or to synthesize something, food or something. Okay, so when an organism synthesize food on its own is known as autotrophic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make their own food using simple substances from their surroundings is called autotrophic nutrition. Fine. Again, let us see what is autotrophic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which an organism makes its own food by using simple substances taken from the surroundings. Okay, then such type of nutrition is known as autotrophic nutrition. What do we call it? Autotrophic nutrition. Okay, so can you tell such type of organisms, what do we call them? Such type of organisms which make their food on their own are known as yes, you are right, it is autotrophs. What do we call them? Autotrophs. Fine. Again, the organism which follow such type of mode of nutrition or autotrophic mode of nutrition are known as autotrophs. Auto means self, trophs, the organisms which synthesize their food on their own are known as autotrophs. So what are the examples of autotrophs? Plants, okay, green plants, I should say, plants, or I'll write here, green plants. And what is the another example? One example is green plants, and the another one, like some bacteria are there. Okay, some bacteria, they also synthesize food on their own. And some algae, ALGAE, singular of algae is alga, ALGA, and same way bacteria is bacterium, BACTERIUM is singular, and plural is bacteria. Don't say bacterias, we say bacteria. Okay, same way alga singular, algae plural, AL, this is plural, and the singular is alga, singular. Bacterium is plural, and bacteria is plural, and bacterium is singular. So these are the things that you should know. Fine. Then let us come to the another category of the nutrition, and that is heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. HETEROTROPHIC. Heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so what is this type of nutrition? This type of nutrition is the nutrition in which an organism depend on other organisms. Depend on other organisms for deriving their food. Okay, so hetero means different, okay, others, and trophos means nutrition. So the organism depends on other organisms, and other organisms can be plants or they can be animals. Such type of nutrition will be called as heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so can you name some examples like human beings? Examples are human beings. Okay, some more examples, some other animals you can take their names. Okay, some insectivorous plants also come in this category, that they cannot synthesize food on their own, but they depend on other organisms for their food requirement. Okay, so we are going to study about now in detail the autotrophic nutrition. So I hope these two terms you have revised now. You have learnt heterotrophic nutrition as well as autotrophic nutrition. Now let us start with the concept of autotrophic nutrition in plants. How does the autotrophic nutrition in plants takes place? So autotrophic nutrition in plants, how it takes place. Fine, we are going to start with this. Now, in plants, the autotrophic mode of nutrition takes place. This we have learned. And how this takes place? It takes place through the process of photosynthesis. It occurs due to the process of photosynthesis. Okay, all green plants, they synthesize food in the presence of light. Photo means there are two words. One is photo. Photo means light. Okay, and synthesis means to produce something, to make or to synthesize. Okay, so what is being made in presence of light? It is food. What is the end product of both the processes, both the things? That is food. And what is the food? Food is starch. Okay, or sugar. We call it glucose. So this is produced by the process of photosynthesis. Now, what are the requirements for photosynthesis? The plants require carbon dioxide, a gas called carbon dioxide that we release when we breathe out. Okay, they require water, and the third thing that they require is the important or the essential things, that is chlorophyll, a green pigment, and you can't forget the very important element, that is sunlight. Okay, so these two are the requirements and these two are the conditions. Okay, in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the plants take in carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide from air, from the surroundings, and water from the soil through the roots. And in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they both are converted into food or starch. And besides this, what else is released? Food is formed. Okay, what is the product of the photosynthesis? Food. And what is food? Food is starch. And besides this, one more substance is released that is not required by the plant, and we call it oxygen. What do we call it? Oxygen. Oxygen is the gas that is released by the process of photosynthesis, and this is waste for the plant. And if it is waste for the plant, then for whom it is useful? For us. Okay, so this is how the process of photosynthesis takes place. Again, let us see. Photosynthesis is a process in which the plants, they convert water and carbon dioxide. What are the two things? Ingredients are water and carbon dioxide to produce sugar or starch and oxygen in presence of two conditions. First condition is sunlight and second is chlorophyll. Okay, the green pigment that is present in the leaves of the plant. Fine. So this is how the photosynthesis takes place. So what we have learned today? We have learned about two types of nutrition, and what are the different types of nutrition we call them? What are the different types of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, What is the definition of nutrition? Then comes what are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Then you learned that what is autotrophic nutrition in plants. Okay, so what do you require for what are the conditions? I'm saying conditions required for photosynthesis to take place. They are what? Carbon dioxide and water. Okay, now let us come to the next thing. We are going to discuss each and everything in detail. First one is, let us discuss about the first ingredient, that is water. From where does this water come to the plant? Water is absorbed by the roots. You have seen that roots are there. Let us again make it. Okay, these roots are spread into the soil, within the soil. Okay, and these have root hairs. This is the main root. These are the root hairs. Root hairs. Okay, these root hair, what they do? They spread to the longer distances under the soil. And what they can do? They can absorb water because they are spread into the soil, and soil particles hold water. So what they are going to do? They are going to absorb water from the different parts of the nearby part of the soil. Okay, under the soil, the roots are spread and they will collect water. They will absorb water, and see, for example, here water is there. So the root, with the help of root hair, takes in water, and then to the plant and to the leaves, and in this way the water will be absorbed. Okay, then comes chlorophyll. The next thing that is required for photosynthesis is chlorophyll. So from where does chlorophyll comes? Chlorophyll is a green pigment which is already present in the leaves, or the tiny structures, okay, that are present in the leaves, and we call them chloroplasts. See the names, chloroplasts. The very tiny structures which are present in the cells, and they contain this green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, so this chlorophyll helps in synthesizing food. So this is another thing that we need to learn about. Then comes sunlight. Okay, sunlight. Chlorophyll captures solar energy. Okay, captures means it catches, it traps, not catches but traps solar energy from sunlight, so that it can be used in photosynthesis. Okay, so sunlight is trapped, TRAPPED, trapped in chloroplasts. Okay, so where is sunlight trapped? It is trapped in chloroplasts. And chloroplast, after trapping in chloroplast, what happens? This sunlight, what it does, it splits water molecule into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So this sunlight is doing what? It is breaking down water into hydrogen and oxygen gas. Okay. Then next is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, or symbolically how we write? CO2. Okay. So this carbon dioxide is taken in the plants from air. Okay. And from where it comes? There are two kidney shaped cells. So we call them guard cells. Okay. They are actually doing what? Protecting this tiny structure, tiny hole. We call it stomata. What do we call it? Stomata. Okay, so through stomata, the CO2 goes inside, carbon dioxide. Fine. Through stomata, CO2 enters into the cells, into the leaves, and from there, this CO2 is sent into the cells, and in the chloroplast, the photosynthesis takes place. So today you learnt, what did you learn today? Different type of nutrition, then what are the conditions required for the autotrophic nutrition. So today's work is to define nutrition. Second, how many types of nutrition are there, define them and give examples. And then the third one is, that third question is, what are the different conditions required for photosynthesis? Explain.